Emanuel Navarrete, WBO featherweight champion of the world. Can anyone beat him at featherweight? Can anyone beat him at super featherweight? I think the only person who may be able to is Shakur Stevenson, that's it. I wouldn't favour Oscar Valdez. As good as he looked recently against, has to be said, weight-drained Miguel Berchelt. I don't think that moving on the back foot, trying to walk you onto hooks would work against Navarrete. A guy who uses his natural dimensions so well. 5'7", but with a 72-inch reach. That's the same as Floyd Mayweather's. And he comes in with these really unorthodox left uppercuts. Chops away at the body, up through the middle. Clubs you about in this really natural, intuitive way. These aren't set combinations. This is a guy who isn't imprisoned by strict fundamentals, by routines in the gym. This guy just pieces it together bit by bit and thumps the hell out of you. He is just such a natural fighter. Look how relaxed he is in the ring. Similarities with super flyweight Rung Vasai, the Thai fighter. Look how relaxed he is. These guys just don't seem to get flustered by anything. And that's intimidating. Whenever Navarrete finishes a fight, and his last fight just then against Christopher Diaz, it wasn't exactly easy, but he never looks like he's been in a fight. He remains unmarked. He's all smiles. And if he goes up to 130 pounds, he still has tremendous dimensions for that weight. He's still, I think, technically, though a tiny bit shorter, I think he's still a bigger man than Shakur Stevenson. He isn't a guy you look at and think pound for pound talent, but in terms of effectiveness, this guy is a real problem. I think more people are starting to wake up. Every successive fight, it's the same thing, very casual looking, but just thumps you into defeat. He can be lazy, he does make technical mistakes, but when he turns it on and he starts thumping you with those shots, he's very relaxed on the shoulders, so his power remains in the later rounds. There's many things about him that don't leap out straight away, but go into the machine that is Navarrete. I heard a comment while watching his very good fight against Diaz that he doesn't have a nutritionist. He eats whatever the hell he likes, so he could very well go up to 130 very soon. And again, I think if he does, the only guy who can give him problems is Shakur Stevenson. Herring, no. Gary Russell Jr., he's at featherweight, isn't he? All the guys at featherweight, Josh Warrington, Kid Galahad, no. They're going to get eaten up by this guy. He's too big and he is skillful. If you were his opponent or you were the coach of his opponent and you said, this guy's just size and power, you would go in there and get it all wrong. You would be swallowed up by his awkwardness. Just look how relaxed he is. Look at the way he's finishing these fights. This guy's got a lot to spare. I think Navarrete very well may go up soon. There's not really any inspiring fights at featherweight unless he wants to try and unify, which is always difficult. I think maybe go up and fight Shakur Stevenson. He is the... does he even have a belt at Super Feather? I'm not sure. But he has welcomed the challenge. He has said that Navarrete is probably somebody who won't duck me, so come on up, let's get it on. That would be a tremendous fight because you have the slick orthodox skills of the American and this weird casual thumping swagger of the Mexican. As things stand right now, I might go for Navarrete in that one because when you do things just completely out of the textbook and keep getting away with them, that has a certain currency in the ring. It's like, how do you prepare for a guy like that? You can watch him and you can point out all kinds of mistakes. I bet he makes more mistakes in the ring than loads of other world champs. But the difference is he has certain ingredients that many champions don't. I've said before, he has certain similarities with the former great middleweight champion Carlos Monzon in that he remains so unflustered in the ring, whatever's happening. He always seems to be in command. And when he turns it on with those long looping shots, it's problematic. So yeah, the fact Stevenson's actually called him out, that's great. I would love to see that fight somewhere down the line. But Navarrete is the real deal, make no mistake. It was very moving to see Christopher Diaz try his best, but I think the corner did the right thing there. The ref, 20 more seconds in that situation, it can be a bit dangerous. But yeah, Navarrete, Stevenson, would love to see that one. If it did happen, who do you think would win? I might just go with the Mexican.